Hello everybody, welcome back to Movie Recapture. The movie starts with a son and mother arguing, while his dad is listening secretly. The man is bored and tries playing an old video game called Cursor from 1980s. And soon the game asks him some serious questions and the man has to choose or he will die. The game asks him to whether fetch another drink bottle or leave cave, and the man types fetch another, which then the game opens another drink bottle for him, while the man is confused, grabbing the fetched drink bottle and looks at it. Which says look behind you. And the man looks behind him only to hear a scary sound. The game frightens the man as he realized that the game can affect reality. And some more other questions, but the last question gave the man two choices, which is, his tongue or his ears. And warns him to choose or die. The man looks in wonders to the screen, and immediately tries to escape the room but only to get stopped by a sharp sound, which forces him to play the game. Then he writes his tongue. The man get out of the room to check out on his son, which is sees her wife with a knife and tongue and the blood on his son's mouth. The computer points out that level 1 is completed after the of choosing his tongue, and save time again for some more terror. 3 months later, Kayla and Isaac are two best friends, and they came to each other's place sometimes. While they talk, Kayla finds the same copy of the game from Isaac's room, which Kayla finds out that the game pays an amount of money for the winner. Which was really hard for Kayla to say no to. Kayla takes the copy of the game home for Isaac, to have a try to find out what it's about. Kayla arrives home. Her mom developed an addiction to drugs due to an incident of her son drowning in the pool. She finds out that her mom has taken too many toxic pills, which she tries to hide the pills from her, and also used some drugs. Her mom is laying in bed and Kayla tries to advise to stop living like this and forget the incident and move on. But her mom is only worried about rats in the walls, which Kayla says that she will put some traps later. Kayla kisses her mom, and goes to her bedroom fixing the damaged computers. One night, in a local restaurant, Kayla came to try out the game, while the waitress comes and warns her that we are going closed. Kayla says give me a minute. The kind waitress lets her in the restaurant to finish and leave. The game is already loaded and ready to play. The first questions the game asks is to get the player to believe the abilities of the game. Which in this case the game asks Kayla to choose between cake or coffee and points out the menu. Kayla types in coffee and the waitress pours her coffee immediately. Kayla gets really scared of the game, and believes that game is dangerous. The waitress asks her if she's okay. But she says she's alright. Then the nurse says, you do not look okay, which the game writes it on the screen. She gets really scared, which causes her to shut the computer. Suddenly, everything gets cloudy, and her little brother tells her that, you have to choose Kayla or you will die. She opens the computer with another question, which is that should we take a break, which Kayla types, yes, and respond. The waitress is breaking the glasses while she's looking straight to Kayla after answering the question. The next question appears, that should she break more or clean up, and Kayla answers clean up. She falls on her knees only to clean up the glasses by eating it. Kayla tries really hard to stop her but she says she just can't stop. The game writes on the computer, that level 1 is completed successfully and warns her by saying, same time again for some more terror. The other day she wakes up from a nightmare. After having breakfast with her mom, she goes to Isaac's house to ask what the game really is. It's 1:59, it's about to get 2 p.m. Kayla receives a call from her mom, which her mom is screaming to call the police because of a giant rat in the house who is trying to eat Kayla's mom. This happened because she started the game at 2 p.m. last night and she has to play the game for some more terror again. At the exact time, she runs to the nearest computer near her, which she sees a map of her home with her mom and the rat on the screen. The game leaves Kayla with two choices, whether to send the rat to the living room or the bathroom. Which Kayla types in, the living room. The game says that there is no meat at the living room and it gives her another question to choose. Bathroom or bedroom. She sends the rat to the bathroom. She tells her mom to go straight the hallway, which her mom refuses to go at the start, but she goes too late when the rat get out. Her mom faces the rat and get lucky by locking the bedroom door. The game gives her another choice to charge the door or to chew. Kayla types in chew it. The rat keeps chewing the door, while Kayla makes a wise decision by telling her mom to jump off the window. Kayla cries for her mom while the game writes, level 2 completed, and save time for some more terror. She grabs the computer and smashes it to the ground only to get fired by her manager from the job. She goes to the hospital and find out that her mom is okay. Then she goes to check out on her house. She goes to their bedroom and found out that the rat was real. As she walks down the hallway she sees the chewed door done by the rat. At the middle of the night, she goes back to Isaac's house. She say you have to believe me, while Isaac does actually tells her that he believes in her words in the game. They decided to play the game together this time as it's very scary to play it alone. It's still an hour left till it's 2 p.m. They just enjoy and eat that one last hour. Isaac, using his programming skills, tried to know how this game works, but he find out that this game's code is written in complete other language, which makes it uncrackable for Isaac. The game begin and convinces Isaac about its abilities, that it can affect reality, and leaves them with choice of choosing between two doors, red and blue. They decided to on red with the help of Isaac. Soon Kayla sees her little brother telling her to follow him, while Isaac tries to tell her to stop and your little brother is deaf. But she refuses to listen, which forces Isaac to keep following her, which leads them at a swimming pool where Kayla's little brother drowned. Kayla follows his little brother no matter how much Isaac told her not to. They ended up going down in the swimming pool in the cloud. Deep in the cloud, down the pool, Isaac tries really hard to not lose track of Kayla while she's chasing her hallucination of little brother. Suddenly, Kayla's little brother jumped on Isaac and hit him really hard, that he fell on the ground with Kayla's little brother. Kayla comes across the body of Isaac and her little brother. She was given a choice whether to save her brother, Ricky, or to save Isaac. Kayla makes a good decision by choosing to save Isaac. Kayla has to kill one of them, in order to save another. She chooses to kill her little brother, which automatically saves Isaac. The cloud disappears while Kayla and Isaac returns to Isaac's room. Both scared and frightened. The game congratulates them, and tells them, same time again for some more terror. The other day, they wake up in Isaac's place. Kayla began talking about how her little brother drowned while Isaac is just feeling sympathy for her, telling her that, it's not your fault. As they finish talking, Isaac manages to find the call center, where the call is being made from, using an old technique learned in high school. They desperately want to get rid of the game as it is too dangerous, and decides to actually go for a visit to the call center. They arrive in an abundant place full of containers and warehouses. They found the exact warehouse door and gets in it. Isaac is afraid that this might not be a good place for us to search as it is too dark and creepy, but Kayla takes the lead and they ends up in a room with an automatic telephone talking, but Kayla shuts it off. Isaac is curious about where the cables ends up, which they decide to go to have a look. Kayla finds out the game was made here, while Isaac turned the TV on unintentionally. On the TV, the game creator shows up with the first player of the cursor. They soon realize that this is a trap for the players who tries to crack the game. Isaac panics and tries to cut the power off, but his body turned digital in the process, which he can't move. The game creator announces that this is level 4, you are in 1984. The game creator leaves Kayla with two choices again, rewind or fast forward, and warns her that choose or die. Kayla chooses to fast forward, while Isaac spits out the cassette spools, but soon changes her mind to rewind. Isaac swallows all the cassette spools back inside. Isaac falls to the ground, while the game creator announces that level 4 complete. Isaac is taking his last breath in Kayla's hand. The computer writes, now beat the boss, and below that, tell her to go on an IP address. Kayla angrily gets in the car and drives all night to get to the address given by the game. She arrives in a jungle and she decides to walk the rest of the way. Following the map, she arrives in a luxury house, slowly walks towards getting in the house. She hears a music playing and decided to find where the music is, which leads her to a living room with a family of 3. A mother, a son, a father. This is the family who played the cursor game at the start of the movie. The father asking Kayla, how did you find us? They sent me here. Kayla said in response. Why would it do that? The father asked. You tell me, said Kayla. The game starts as the final battle. This time she has to choose either her to die or to kill him. Kayla sees the knife as a good opportunity while the man grabs the light and smashes it at Kayla's head, which reflect back on himself getting hurt. They both are surprised. Kayla decided to cut her palm, which actually cuts the man's palm in blood. Kayla tries hurting the man some more, but the man acts fast, hitting his head on table, which Kayla is getting the pain. She falls on the ground while the man's son shoots Kayla, which reflected back to the man getting the bullet. The man shouts at his son, shoot me, you stupid puff. He shoots his dad while Kayla took the bullet and fell on the ground outside. The man's wife tries grabbing the gun from her son, and wants to hurt the man by shooting Kayla, which she did. After the women shooting Kayla, her husband gets out of the house and stops her from second attempt. Kayla sees an art stone and runs towards it. The man gets out of the house to stop the women from firing at Kayla and manage to take the gun from her. Kayla looks frightened while the man gets the gun and tries to shoot himself, but luckily there is no bullet left in the gun. Kayla uses this opportunity to grab the art stone and carries it towards the swimming pool, while the man slaps his son and takes the knife from him. While Kayla is carrying the stone with all her might, the man cuts Kayla's face by cutting his own face. He tries cutting Kayla's throat, but it's too late because Kayla already fell in the swimming pool with the art stone. The man is already feeling drowned and can't breathe. And water is coming out of his nose and mouth as Kayla is drowning and he is getting the pain. The man dies after a while, and on his computer, the game writes that game is over due to his death. His wife saves Kayla after her husband's death. The next day, the woman tells Kayla to never tell anybody about their address and what happened. Kayla promises her. And suddenly, she receives a message from the game on her phone, saying that the game is completed. Congratulations. See you next time and take care of yourself, and finally subscribe with notification on.